Hey y'all, what's going on? So in this video I'm going to be rehydrating some wood ears, and if you don't know what wood ears are, it's a type of jelly fungus, and I'll put some videos up here. I hunt them all of the time. I find them, they're edible. I put them in miso soup and other stuff. So you usually find wood ears when it's been raining for a long time and it's really wet out, and these things will come out and they'll be really big and rubbery and flexible, and you can hold them up to the light and they'll be translucent and the light will shine through them. Really cool looking fungus. But after it quits raining and things dry out outside, the wood ear won't just rot and be eaten by bugs and go away, which is kind of what happens to oysters, chicken of the woods, all those other mushrooms that I hunt. The bugs will come and eat them up and they'll rot really quickly and they'll look really nasty. A wood ear doesn't really do that. What a wood ear will do is it will actually just dry up and dehydrate, and it'll curl up and you probably won't even see it. It'll turn dark and it'll be just a fraction of the size that it was when it was hydrated. And it'll sit there in that dehydrated form on the log or wood or whatever it's on. And when it rains again, pretty quickly the wood ear will rehydrate and come back out. This is the way it happens in nature. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to find some in the woods, pick them off dry because I knew where they were easy for me to find. I'm going to pick them off dry, take them in the kitchen and rehydrate them. So even if you don't like eating the wood ears, this is a really cool project just to see, and if you have kids it'd probably be something really cool to do, and it's science related. So anyway, here goes. So this is one of the trees that I've been going to hunt mushrooms at. There's some oysters on here. Those are probably good. Oysters that are no good, that are ruined and rotten. But there were wood ears all up and down through here. And you can see them now. They're all dried up. They don't look too appetizing. You can see how crispy and crunchy they are. There's another one. So we're going to pull a few of these off. I'm going to go with this blacker looking color. I just kind of suspect from experience that browner looking color is not fresh. I mean, they're not fresh obviously, but when they rehydrate they won't be as pretty. So there they are. Where was the other one? Right there. And then this little bitty guy that doesn't seem worthwhile. And this guy here. These are crunchy. No doubt about it. There is some elasticity to the part that was in, but the part that's out is really dry and really hard. Might get these, they're crunchy too, but we might get these clumps or get a couple of them anyway and see what happens when they rehydrate. All over this log. So I'm gonna get a few more. So on second thought, these are actually more of the brown color I was telling you that I didn't want, but I think they might actually be pretty good, so I'm gonna get some of those too. So, actually a few weeks have gone by since I've picked these. The part that was sticking into the tree where it was attached, they were a little rubbery. Now everything is crispy, including that. I actually went out and pulled a few more in another dry spell. And I have all different shapes, sizes. I have the clusters like I had here. that are really dark and sort of fuzzy feeling. Not mold, just a fuzzy. These are thicker like. And I have some little bitty pieces like that, and everything in between. Some of them are really thin, some of them are like a yellow, amber, brownish color, and some of them are like this that are more black colored. So I'm going to pick out a few different sizes and shapes and sizes, and I'm going to get different bowls, little bowls, and sit up here and put water in there. Show you the before and after, before they're hydrated in this dry state, and then you can see what it looks like after they're rehydrated. I think you will be impressed. This is pretty cool. This is the ones that I picked out. Going from the really black looking one, pretty thick, to the cluster black powdery looking one. And then these, which you can see are transparent even, or translucent at least. So let's get the water and rehydrate them. Before and after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, and after. Before, and after. Well, there you have it, the before and after, the dried mushrooms and then the rehydrated ones. Really cool project for kids or overgrown kids, whichever one you are. But it's more than that. This is a functional thing for me. I rehydrated all these to show y'all, and most of those have already went into a pot of curry soup. It give it a nice crunch. They tasted just as good as if I had harvested them fresh out of the woods when it was wet and everything. But these were rehydrated right here on the counter. You saw it. They were fine. They were really good. The only one that I didn't use is this clustered one like that. For whatever reason, and I think because it was just a thicker, bigger mushroom, it took a little longer to rehydrate, but I still had plenty for the curry. And I can use this for a couple more days, a few more days actually. They'll keep really well. I'll just keep them in this bowl, maybe cover it with something, but put it in the refrigerator. The wood ears have a really good shelf life to me if you treat them part way right. Yeah, so these are still dry. As I mentioned before, the stem was a little rubbery. It wasn't completely dry when I picked them. They've been sitting on the counter all week, and it's been cold out, so it's dry inside. They're crispy dry. So I'm gonna take this plastic pickle jar, it's just one that I had laying around and cleaned up. I'm gonna fit as many of these as I can into that, and then probably find another glass jar or whatever. But I don't see any reason that they shouldn't last a good while in this jar since there's no moisture in there. And you see how light these are, how big they rehydrate. So this little bowl here, if it was all rehydrated, would probably be like that many wood ears, and I can take out one or two as I need them and use them. So really cool project, really functional for me. I hope y'all like that, and I appreciate you watching. Y'all be good. Bye.